What if I told you that the very first 5 minutes after you wake up could quietly decide how strong, sharp, and independent you'll feel, not just today, but for years to come? It may sound surprising, but more and more research shows that those early minutes in the morning are like a golden window for your health. How you treat your body in that short time can either build you up or slowly wear you down. Many older adults in the US wake up feeling stiff, drained, or a little unsteady. And it's easy to think, well, that's just part of getting old. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. Most people don't realize this, but the body goes through a major shift the moment you wake up. During the night, your heart rate slows, your circulation changes, and your muscles stay still for hours. By the time morning comes, your body is in a fragile state, which is why heart attacks and strokes are more common in those early hours, especially for people over 65. But here's the hopeful part. This window is also when your body is most ready to respond to positive change. The actions you take right after waking can set the tone for your entire day. A glass of water, a few minutes of gentle movement, even mindful breathing can protect your heart, clear your mind, and ease your joints. Think of it as turning the key in your ignition before you drive off. Small actions that prepare everything to run smoothly. Let me share a story that shows just how powerful this can be. Ricardo, a 68-year-old retired engineer, thought retirement would be his time to relax. Instead, his mornings became heavy with fatigue and aching joints. His doctor warned him of serious risks if he didn't make changes. Then a neighbor, a retired physician, suggested a simple 5-minute morning ritual. Ricardo was skeptical, but decided to try. Within weeks, he felt stronger. 6 months later, his doctor was amazed. His blood pressure improved, his energy returned, and his test results looked like a man 10 years younger. Ricardo says those few minutes gave him a second chance at life. Before we continue, I'd love to know what's your name and where in the US are you watching from? Share it in the comments below. You might be surprised how many people your age are on the same journey, and your words could be the encouragement someone else needs today. Step 1. Morning hydration. Fuel your heart and brain. When you first wake up, your body is already in a state of mild dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. During the night, as you breathe and sweat, you naturally lose nearly half a liter of fluid. This loss happens quietly while you sleep, but the effects are very real. Your blood becomes thicker, your circulation changes, and your muscles stay still for hours. By the time morning comes, your body is in a fragile state, which is why heart attacks and strokes are more common in those early hours, especially for people over 65. But here's the hopeful part. This window is also when your body is most ready to respond to positive change. The actions you take right after waking can set the tone for your entire day. A glass of water, a few minutes of gentle movement, even mindful breathing can protect your heart, clear your mind, and ease your joints. Think of it as turning the key in your ignition before you drive off. Small actions that prepare everything to run smoothly. When you first wake up, your body is already in a state of mild dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. During the night, as you breathe and sweat, you naturally lose nearly half a liter of fluid. This loss happens quietly while you sleep, but the effects are very real. Your blood becomes thicker, your circulation changes, and your muscles stay still for hours. By the time morning comes, your body is in a fragile state, which is why heart attacks and strokes are more common in those early hours, especially for people over 65. But here's the hopeful part. This window is also when your body is most ready to respond to positive change. The actions you take right after waking can set the tone for your entire day. A glass of water, a few minutes of gentle movement, even mindful breathing can protect your heart, clear your mind, and ease your joints. Think of it as turning the key in your ignition before you drive off. Small actions that prepare everything to run smoothly. Step 2. Circulation reset. Wake up your blood flow. After a full night of rest, your body has been lying still for hours. While you sleep, gravity causes blood to settle in your lower body, especially your legs. This means less circulation is reaching your brain by the time you open your eyes. For many older adults, that's why the first few steps in the morning can feel unsteady, dizzy, or even dangerous. In fact, doctors warn that this sudden shift in blood flow after getting out of bed can increase the risk of fainting, falls, or in severe cases, even clot formation. But here's the hopeful part. There's a safe 1-minute routine that can help your blood flow evenly and prepare your body for the day ahead. The moment you rise, plant your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly raise both arms above your head while taking a deep breath through your nose, then gently lower them as you breathe out through your mouth. Do this a few times to stretch your chest and lungs. Next, roll your shoulders backward in slow circles 5 times and then forward 5 times. This eases stiffness and encourages circulation in your upper body. Finally, finish with 10 heel raises. Lift your heels off the ground, pause for a second, then lower them back down. This small movement acts like a natural pump, pushing blood from your legs back toward your heart and brain. Though it may seem simple, the benefits are powerful. Researchers have found that just 1 minute of targeted morning movement can boost blood flow to the brain by up to 40%. That means clearer thinking, sharper focus, fewer dizzy spells, and a reduced risk of stroke. These movements also activate your lymphatic system, which has no natural pump of its own and relies on gentle motion to carry away toxins and support your immune defenses. Think of this habit as turning the ignition key in your body. In only 60 seconds, you move from sluggish circulation to an energized, balanced state, stable on your feet, alert in your mind, and ready to take on the day with confidence. Step 3. Protein timing. Protect your muscles early. As we grow older, one of the most silent yet serious challenges we face is muscle loss. Even if you eat well later in the day, your body naturally begins breaking down muscle for energy in the early morning if it doesn't get protein right away. Doctors call this process catabolism, and it's especially common in adults over 65. The problem is, you don't feel it happening at first, but over time, it can lead to weakness, frailty, slower recovery from illness, and a higher risk of dangerous falls. The good news is that you can stop this process with a simple shift. Give your body protein within the first 30 minutes of waking. Research from the National Institute on Aging reveals that adults over 65 who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein early in the day experience up to 64% less muscle loss over 5 years compared to those who delay it. That's not just a statistic, it's the difference between needing help with daily activities and living independently with strength and confidence. What does this look like in real life? It doesn't have to be complicated. A quick whey protein shake, a bowl of Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder, or 4 to 5 egg whites with 1 whole egg are excellent choices. If you prefer plant-based, options like soft tofu, cottage cheese, or pea and rice protein blends work just as well. The source matters less than the timing. The earlier, the better. Starting your morning with protein does more than protect your muscles. It keeps your appetite stable, reduces cravings for sugar, and prevents the overeating that can make weight management harder with age. It also fuels your brain, improving focus and mental sharpness for the rest of the day. Think of this habit as putting on a shield each morning, one that guards your muscles, powers your energy, and helps you stay strong, steady, and independent for many years to come. Step 4. Mobility sequence. Keep your joints flexible. After a full night of stillness, it's not just your blood circulation that slows down. Your joints, tendons, and muscles also become stiff. This stiffness is one of the most overlooked reasons why older adults struggle with balance, experience joint pain, or even face dangerous falls. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic explain that during sleep, the protective fluid inside your joints, called synovial fluid, thickens. If you begin moving without loosening up first, your joints face higher friction, which can gradually lead to arthritis, reduced flexibility, and chronic discomfort. The solution is surprisingly simple. Spend just 90 seconds gently waking up your joints before you start the day. Begin by sitting on the edge of your bed. Rotate each ankle 10 times clockwise and then 10 times counterclockwise. This wakes up circulation in your lower legs and prepares your joints for safe walking. Next, with your feet flat on the floor, make gentle circular motions with your knees, about 10 times each side. Stand up slowly, holding onto a sturdy chair or bed frame for support. Lean your upper body side to side 5 times each way, then add a slow, controlled twist of your torso left and right. Finally, roll your shoulders backward 10 times while breathing deeply. This entire sequence takes less than 2 minutes, yet the benefits last for hours. Your joints begin to move more smoothly, stiffness melts away, and your balance improves. Even more, these movements trigger the release of endorphins, natural good-feel chemicals that reduce stress and boost your mood. For older adults, especially those living alone or dealing with health challenges, this little burst of positivity at the start of the day can make a world of difference. Think of this routine as tuning your instrument before a performance. You're preparing your body to move safely, comfortably, and confidently. It's a small habit, but one that protects your independence and helps you step into each day with strength and stability. Step 5. Mental clarity. Sharpen your memory in 1 minute. One of the greatest concerns many older adults share is the fear of losing memory, focus, or clear thinking with age. It's common to assume that mental decline is inevitable after 65, but research shows this isn't entirely true. Just like your muscles, your brain can be trained and strengthened. And one of the best times to do this is right in the morning, within the first 30 minutes of waking, when your mind is fresh and ready to build new connections. A simple yet powerful tool for protecting your brain is called reverse recall. Here's how it works. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and replay your previous day in your mind, but do it in reverse. Start with your evening. What did you eat for dinner? Who did you speak with? What clothes were you wearing? Then move to the afternoon, then the morning. As this gets easier, try recalling more details: the smell of your breakfast, the weather outside, or even the expression on someone's face. It may seem like a small exercise, but the science behind it is impressive. Studies from Stanford's Center for Brain Longevity show that this type of memory recall boosts production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps them grow stronger, connect better, and resist damage. Over time, this daily 1-minute practice builds what scientists call cognitive reserve, your brain's ability to adapt and stay sharp even under stress or aging. The benefits go beyond memory. Seniors who practice recall exercises regularly report feeling more focused, more present, and more confident in their daily lives. And when combined with hydration, movement, protein, and mobility, this habit completes the picture, supporting your body and your mind together. Just 1 mindful minute each morning can sharpen your thinking, protect your independence, and give you peace of mind that you are actively investing in your future. Now let's bring everything together. What we've talked about today is not complicated, and that's the beauty of it. In just 5 intentional minutes, you can give your body and mind the gentle push they need to stay stronger, clearer, and healthier as you age. No expensive programs, no special equipment, just small, consistent choices. Think about it. You begin with hydration, giving your heart, blood vessels, and brain the fuel they need to start working smoothly. Then comes circulation, 1 minute of simple movement that wakes up your blood flow and sharpens your balance. With protein, you feed your muscles early, protecting them from the natural breakdown that often leads to weakness and frailty. Mobility follows, loosening stiff joints and lowering your risk of falls while making your daily movements easier and more comfortable. And finally, you finish with mental clarity, a short memory exercise that strengthens your brain, protects your recall, and keeps your mind active. 5 simple steps, 5 minutes total. That's all it takes to form what doctors and researchers now recognize as a powerful formula for healthier aging. Each habit on its own may seem small, but together they create a routine that touches every part of your well-being: heart, muscles, joints, brain, and even your mood. And here's the most important truth: small daily habits lead to big long-term impact. You're not just adding days to your life, you're adding life to your days. Imagine waking up without that same morning stiffness or dizziness, feeling steady on your feet, having energy to walk, garden, or play with your grandchildren, and enjoying conversations with a clear, sharp memory. These are not distant dreams, they are within your reach. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, before the day pulls you in every direction, take those 5 minutes for yourself. Try these habits, even if you start with just one. Notice the difference. Build on it. And most importantly, don't keep this gift only for yourself. Share it with someone you love, a parent, a friend, a neighbor. Sometimes the smallest rituals end up making the biggest difference, and these 5 minutes might just be the greatest gift you'll ever pass along.